When items refer to each other, it can make a reference circle, and it will leak memory, because the reference count will never reach 0, and the value will never be dropped. So let's create a enum definition and enum type list. And this enum will have two variants. First is counts, and will have two associated value. First is x32 date type, and the second is ref cell, and hold RC, and we will put the list in there. So we put this RC list in this ref cell, so we can just we can change the pointer to the list type of value. And another variant is nil. We can use nil to represent the empty list, and we will add the attribute derive debug, so later we can print out as counts and nil in this enum list. And at the top we will use list double colon counts and nil, so later we can directly use this counts and nil in this enum list. Don't need to add the list double colon before this. And then let's implement a method on this enum list, rmpl and list, and we will create a method tail to get the second element in this counts. So the parameter will be ampersand self, and returning type is option. Hold a reference to this ref self rc list, and because this self is a list type of value, so it can be one of this variants, so it can be the const or nil. So we use the match to handle this self. And if this self is a const, so const, and we will not use the first element in this const, so we give it a underscore, and we will use the second item in this const because we want to return that second item's reference, so we give it a name item and return it in sum and item. That's why our returning type is option hold this reference. And if this self match nil, then we will return none. Let's go our main function. Let's create a variable and create a new instance of RC, and we'll hold this counts, and the first element we give it a value 1, and the second is ref cell new, and hold the RC new, and we will put the nil from this list in this new instance of this RC. And let's add the printout a initial reference count is, we will use rc double colon strong count to count the reference count ampersand a, and let's also print out the a style is double colon question mark, and we will use tile method on this a to get the reference to the second element in this a, and then let's create another variable b equal to rc new, and put a counts in this new instance of RC, and give it a value 2, and the second element is also ref cell new, and this we want this ref cell hold the reference to this a, so we use the RC colon to share the reference ownership to this A. So ampersand A, and then let's print out the reference counts of this B. So we change this B and change this ampersand B, and then we will print out the its reference count after this B created. So after B its reference count is, and then let's also print out the second item in this B variable. So B, and change this B, and tile method, call this tile method on this B variable, and then we will use this tile method to get the reference to the second element in this one, and we will change the value in this reference cell to the reference to this B variable. So let's use a dot tile, and because this tile method will return an option value, so we'll use if light to handle this option value, and if sum is option value is sum holder, we give the in this sum we give this inner value a name item, and we will item. This item type is ampersand ref cell RC list, so we can use borrow mute on this ref cell value, and then we will dereference this borrow mute return value, and then we will assign a new value to this. So to replace this RC new holder this nil, so we will use RC colon and reference B. So this will change this RC new nil to the reference to this B variable, and then let's print out after a change a RC count is RC strong counter A, and let's copy this and change this to B, and in our terminal, let's run cargo run. You can see the result printing out on our screen. Its initial RC count is 1. After B created, its RC count become to 2, and B initial RC count is 1. And after A changed, we change this second element in A become a reference to B. So B's RC count become to 2, and A's RC count is still 2. And at the end of this main function, out of this scope, A variable and B variable will be dropped. So A's RC count will decrease by 1 and become 1, but not 0. And B's RC count also will decrease by 1, become 1, and also not 0. So this means this RC list instance will not be dropped, and this RC list instance also will not be dropped. They will still on the heap. This will cause the memory leak. And if we try to print out the its tile at the end, its tile is and a tile, and let's cargo run. It will print out this circle from this second element in A will pointing to the B, and this second element in B will pointing back to A, and this until this overflow it's stuck, and this we just create a reference circle, and we should avoid this reference circle. This is about a reference circle. Hope I'll see you next time.